You shut me down. You there?
I'm there. I got disconnected. I had to leave.
Yeah, they shut us all down. They didn't even warn me that they were doing it. It just went away. Let's see if I can copy that back out again.
So I was able to, I just entered again and then there you are.
Okay, let me get it to the manage participants. See if everybody comes back in. Yeah, they didn't even warn me I was running out of time. They just shut it down.
What happened?
I think they shut me down because I was at my time limit. Usually they ask me if I want to extend it or anything like that. I was talking away. I didn't see any messages, and then all of a sudden it was
Oh,
gone.
son, it says you exceeded limit. I got the message.
Were you seeing the message?
I saw the message.
It was, I must have too much stuff open. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, no, there was a message. No, they're shutting you down. The limit is expired.
Oh, okay. I must have had something blocking that message. Sorry, Wayne. We'll see if the kids come back on. I think they were pretty much done.
What happened, Paul?
I think I ran out of time. Elena says there was a message. I must have had too many screens open. It wasn't coming up on my side.
Yeah,
It came on mine. I saw it. I saw it.
Listen, just while we're waiting for everybody to come back, just I digress here for a second. Melina and Paul, maybe you can help me out here. Did you guys report your RO?
I'm getting, hold on for one. I don't know where that's. There, I've got, it's connected to two phones here on me. I'm sorry, did I?
For your staff, did you report your ROE?
I did for the one that
you laid off?
Laid off, yes.
Did you have to call it in, Paul?
No, I can do that through, because I use PayWeb.
Oh, okay.
So they'll do it for me automatically.
Right, someone does it for you. What about you, Melina?
I have established long time ago login on ROE login.
Yeah.
And I can log in anytime and I can do anything I want. So I did it on that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just letting Nathan know the kids don't have to come back on. I think they were pretty much done their message.
Yeah, so that's how I do it, Dan. I just log into it. It's a separate login. You have to set that up.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to call and I can't get through to them.
The only other thing you can do is maybe punch in numbers and they send you by mail.
No, I punched in numbers and they tell me, call back tomorrow.
Oh.
Nice. I've got an order in at Home Depot.
Yeah.
For airline parts, because I'm trying to finish a hoist I put down there. I ordered it Saturday at noon. I got a confirmation they received my order. I have not got a call telling me it's ready. And it was all in stock, nothing outside the store.
Well, even Amazon, like you order, they have stock, but it's delayed. Everything's delayed. Because I ordered myself a pedicure set. Because I can't go anywhere.
Well, that's very essential, isn't it?
It is essential.
I put
they have it, but they haven't shipped it yet.
I put the webcam I have here. My webcam was like an old style one, so it took me a little while to get that in. But I got one for myself and my cousin. She wasn't very. She didn't have anything, and she was trying to communicate with people and stuff. So I taught her how to put it together.
I'm going to order a monitor for myself with speakers, and you can connect to your computer and use it.
Very cool. So Victoria and Nathan, I see you guys are back on. Is your audio working?
I think so.
Nathan's frozen, so I don't think his audio is working very well at all. It's either that or he fell asleep with his eyes open again. So I had the one video to show, and I'll just skip it. It was the game reveal. I'd like to thank Andrew and Victoria for coming on, and Nathan. It's kind of thrown together. I didn't really give them the presentation I was supposed to. But if anybody wants to check out any Jim's trying to get back on. I sent a message earlier, but it might have disappeared. Victoria is also an artist. And
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello,
Jim.
Jim.
And Victoria creates these really cool artwork, and she goes by a handle on, sorry, look at she's starting to blush. She goes on Instagram, and it's at FRC Doodles. And I just put it in the little chat window there. You really should go on and see what artwork she does. She just floors me. And the other night, Nathan was playing with her little sister, getting beat up by her little sister on Minecraft, and I could hear a violin playing in the background, and her sister said it was her. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Very accomplished.
she's a very talented, multi-faceted person, and she writes most of the code for our robot. And didn't you have something to do with the app too for the
Oh yeah, we
scouting?
switched to a scouting app instead of paper scouting, and that worked really well for us. And we made the best picks I think we've ever made at Detroit, so that's pretty good.
Now, one of the things we have, like a team that sits in the stands, watches every match. One person is attached to each robot that comes on the field, and they have an app, and they fill out the app about the attributes of this robot. If it climbs, if it shoots, if it, I'm trying to remember RPs, how many RPs it does. So it just basically gives you all the details like NASCAR would do for their competition. And then they take all this data, and when they have this selection meeting at the end of the first day, they pull up this thing, and it looks like a DNA map of robots. So it's really cool.
So, can you hear me?
Yes.
So the robot is made of hundreds of parts. Do you make those parts, or do you buy the parts separately and then assemble?
I think most of the things we made this year were in-house, so we all made the things inside of our shop.
Yeah, so they buy motors that don't have gears on them. They have to put gears on them. They designed gear intakes. So the motors they make like an aluminum hunk of metal, and they would cut, the motors would fit in it, the gears would fit in it, the belts would fit in it. Everything's bare stock. Rolls of electrical wiring.
But the robot looks like something from my old mechanic set of yesteryear. Do they build those strips?
Yes.
You know, they build them from plastic.
No, aluminum.
And they cut them out.
Yes. They design it on a AutoCAD program called SolidWorks, and then they build it from there.
Okay.
Yeah. They even put the bearings in the wheels. The wheels come without bearings. And then they have a microcomputer in the middle, and Victoria has to sit with that and yell and scream at it and curse at it and make it do what it's supposed to do. I've never heard Victoria swear in her life.
Very good.
So Victoria,
Brilliant.
Thank you for coming out. So you guys have a basic idea what Celtex is and what kind of good they do. So maybe when this pandemic thing's over, we can actually hold a lunch meeting down there or a tour in the evening when the students are around, and they'll get to show off the robot for you.
Excellent.
Are the kids all from one school?
Right now, yes. The board has 9 teams. 7?
9 teams? Like, okay, there's 7 high schools, and Cathedral doesn't have a FRC team, so that's 6.
So 6. Well, Cathedral has a robotics team.
Yeah,
so
it's FTC though, so it's different.
Yeah, so there's a series of teams in the board, Hamilton board, and ours started 6 years ago. I think Makeshift's been around for 12 years or 13, and Cardinal Newman, which just changed their name, has been around about 2 years longer than us. Since then, we have Thomas More, Bishop Tonus,
SJV.
SJB, Saint Jean Rebuff has come on. So it's a really, the board has put a lot of effort into it and put some funding behind it to help. They gave us a building to work out of. DeFasco's on board to help us with it. But it's still going to cost, like, other than this year, it's not going to cost $80,000. But our budget for the year is usually around $80,000. And the parents pick
Wow.
up about 60% of that.
Excellent.
Nathan, anything else you want to add?
Not sure if you covered it, but thank you, Rotarians, for still keeping in touch with us during this quarantine. And thank you for your sponsorship. It allows us to build these robots and learn more in this industry.
Okay, so you guys can head out if you want. Thanks for dropping in. And I'll try and get a little bit more organized next time.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So was there anything else we had to discuss?
Yes?
Okay, go ahead, Jim. It's all yours.
Okay, well, on our last meeting, I said I was going to contact the bank and make sure that we have money. So the Bank of Nova Scotia has, as of the 14th of April, and I think I've sent this out, maybe I haven't, $100,610.70 as of April 14th. And out of that, we have allocated $5,200 for the schools. The problem is getting that money to the school. I was going to send it to the board, and the board is not open. They are not accepting checks. They want donations sent by electronic funds transfer. And I haven't talked to the bank about that, and I'm not sure that that can be done. So it has to come out of the Bank of Nova Scotia. So I'm working on that. I have the contact for now for the person at the school board. So I'll have a
Can I
conversation.
take a suggestion? What they
Yes.
can do, they can give you their transit number, their account number, and their bank, and you can go take a check, and we can deposit directly into their fund.
Okay, say that again.
They give
I
you
get
their
that.
bank information. They can give you the
Yeah.
bank information, including their transit number,
Yeah.
everything. You go to, any of us, can you write, let's say I pick up a check and go to the bank, their bank, check from us, and I just deposit and get the receipt, and there's no problem.
Go into their bank.
And deposit our check directly into their account.
Okay, well, why can't we do that electronically?
You
Well,
can.
first of all, there's a limit, and then you're paying fee, and then you're paying fee again, and it's like, it's a little more complicated.
You can actually, but with Scotiabank, are you with Scotiabank, Melena?
Yes.
Okay, you can, with your card, you can add a payee down at the
Yeah, but
bottom.
we don't have a card.
Okay, then you can't do it online. You need to get a card.
Thank you.
And
So-
if you cut the check down, and I can, let's say anybody, I go do deliveries, I can stop at your place, pick up the check, and go to their bank and deposit. It's not an
Okay.
issue.
Okay, well, let me talk to them first. Maybe they have some magic way of doing it.
But you
No.
can't just, like, it's a little bit, like, you can go and set up pay, but it gets a little more complicated because we don't do this all the time. Like,
No.
some of my businesses, customers do a direct deposit into my account, but they do this on a monthly basis. So it's a setup, but we don't need that setup. It's just one time.
Right.
Jim, we can't just mail them a check to the person that does their deposits?
That's another thing.
They have nobody doing that,
Okay, all right.
from what I believe. I haven't talked to them
Why
yet.
are we paying
I
them when
haven't
they're
talked
not
to
doing
them
anything?
directly. What's that?
Why are we paying them when they don't doing anything?
The school board?
Yes.
Well, I'll ask them.
Well,
They're all
well,
working-
Jim,
They're all working from home. Guess
Jim,
what?
are they actually going to have commencement exercises?
They're not going to have the exercise, as far as they know. The schools are saying, no, we're not going to have the convocation exercise, with a group of people together and get it. They
No,
are going to recognize students to get an award.
Another thing we can do is, if a student is going university, all they have to give us student number, and we can send to university their money directly, each check, and put in their account. There's different ways of doing this, you know.
Oh, we could write the checks and send them directly to the students.
Yes. Why don't we do that?
Might be a
Why don't we do that?
confidentiality issue trying to get the addresses out of the and the
Oh, I
student
get
numbers
them
and
every
stuff out
year.
of the school board.
Yeah. So
No,
why
I
don't we
do get that.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I've got it before. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so-
I'm juggling it round. Okay, so that's
Okay.
that. And Dan confirmed that he delivered the $1,000 to Stony Creek Food Bank, and Ed got his $500, and Michelangelo's is on lockdown, so our gala date has been canceled, and you're discussing possible fall dates, Dan. And
Yeah,
then Paul discussed.
It's just
Sorry?
discussion. We have to see when everything opens up.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Uh,
It's all up in the air. And then Paul talked about virtual fundraising, and he was going to look into it. Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Okay. As far as the virtual fundraising goes, the Hamilton Downtown Club, I think I mentioned this last week. They put about $8,000 into a website. It does pretty much the same thing Gigit does, except they run it. And during their presentation, I kind of came to the realization that there's two people on the downtown club, in the downtown club, that are experts at this. So they went out and designed it because that's what they do for a living. And then they build the downtown club, the money. They started talking to me about, like I asked about Gigit, and I got shut down really quick when I was in the conversation like this. And they said there was security issues and things like that. And then as I listened farther in the conversation, I realized, and I went online and checked with Gigit, they don't own lists. They don't keep anybody who signs in. They don't sell that name and address. That's personal property. They're not allowed to sell it. But that's what they told me that they were doing. That's why the downtown club didn't want to do it.
Okay,
But
I have to take a phone call here. Okay.
All right, Jim. So I'm trying to come up with an idea. I like their idea of the virtual stocking at Christmas time, where people donate so much money for virtual stockings, but it actually goes to like food share and things that like local organizations. But coming up with a name or a package instead of just saying we want to donate to the food share. We want you to buy a virtual stocking for food share or a virtual stocking for city kids, right? So we kind of facilitate it that way. So if you guys have any charities that you really want to push, maybe we can come up with something virtually and run that through Gigit.
Okay.
I think we should really wait a few months to see what we just want to do.
Yeah.
Everybody's overburdened with cost. There's more money going out than coming in. So every charity out there is looking for money. So I just think we need things to calm down a little and then approach it and see if we can get some support on it. But I just suggest look into it, get our facts together, and then maybe in a couple months, hopefully we can do something.
Exactly. Like I design it, set it, like come up with some ideas, design it,
Right.
but don't release it until people are going back to work. And
Good idea.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with Dan. So we should get our ideas together and then deal with when things a little bit start rolling back to work. People are moving and all that.
Now, one of the things I'm working on right now for the robotics team is actually a golf tournament. So hopefully in the fall, we'll have a good golf tournament. We made about $7,000 off the last one.
Well,
Yeah,
it might come sooner than you think, Paul, because I think if anything that they open up first will be outside activities they're saying, and that'll be the golf courses.
Yeah, but then they're not going to let them have
Possible.
banquets and stuff, right?
No, they won't be doing banquets.
We'll see what happens. Anything else?
I think we got an email from Jim, but he's off regarding the money for the hospice, but he's not there. So I don't.
So what was the email?
We are a few dollars short of 15,000.
Well, that's okay. They'll be happy, I'm sure. I just need to know when I can contact them that they are sending it to them.
Yeah, it's 14. If we wait till audit is done, it's 14,800 or something like that.
The difference is nominal, right?
Yeah, so I think we should do the whole fund to hospice just under 15,000.
And this is for the infant hospice?
Yeah, this is from the Arab Foundation, well, the Hamilton Foundation. That's we have. I just looked at it. Would have. I'll tell you right now. Okay. Let me see. Jim just sent me. I just looked at his email.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I'm on a different, so I can go and look. If we would have a be able 14,466 right now. That's what we have available.
Yeah, and I think we should send that to them.
Yeah.
All in favor?
I agree.
So
I agree too.
I want to let the director know that that'll be coming. So I'll try to get a hold of her today.
Yes. So it's $14,466.
Yeah. Okay.
The full amount what we have available.
Yeah.
And Dan, when we give her the check, maybe have her take a picture, send it to us.
Well, they do comes right from the fund, right? It goes right to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't issue a check or anything. They send a check, but I got to get that confirmed with Jim because that's what they did last.
They could actually also give us the check and we can give the $15,000.
Yeah. So I'm not sure whether that's the case. The Jim made it sound like they sent it
because we also have a charity number. They can actually give us the money, and we give them around the number of 15,000.
Here comes Jim. You can ask him.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
We were just discussing the decorating in your house there, Jim.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Jim, what we were saying is we want to give the money to the hospice. So it looks like we can give them the 14,000. What is it here?
466.
Right. So do they automatically send them a check, or what do they do, Jim?
They'll send them a check.
But Jim, we can also send us the check because we have a charity and we issue the 15,000 road number.
Sorry?
We can do it that way too. So it's up to you.
But
No, they have to. No, they have to send it.
No, they don't. No,
they
can send it to us because we have a charity number.
No, but we're not the charity. We're not the recipient.
I realize that, but then we cut the check to hospice.
No,
I don't see what's the sense of doing that.
I don't either.
No.
Just ask the hospice to send us some kind of letter or a photo so that we can get it out socially, like we would have if they had come to the
I'll
gala.
talk to her. I'll talk to her.
Okay.
To who?
The lady
To
at
the
the.
director.
Oh no,
hospice.
yeah. I mean, this is a board meeting, so we'd say we pass this requesting that 5,200 not go into capital, that it can be dispersed. and that we'll send them the 14,
Oh, those are
What-
466. 14,466, Jim.
Yeah,
14,466, okay?
so I will, Jim,
Yes.
I will call her today and tell her there's a check coming to her,
Right, okay,
okay? And that she,
excellent.
somehow acknowledge it so we can, post it to our social media.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, yeah. Anything else we were talking about? No?
That's it.
That it?
That's all I had.
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's Michael?
Michael never came back.
The only thing I'd like to add is that perhaps we should think about any other charities out there that need our help. And maybe at the next meeting, just, discuss it.
Okay, I'll put that out in an
Okay.
email.
All right. Did Alec, have you talked to Alec? I talked to him last week and he said he might go to the post office to pick up our mail
He didn't
because I
mention
want to see
anything,
what the bank statements are.
Yeah, he didn't mention anything of that to me, but I can follow up with him.
Will you?
Yeah, I will.
And if he gets the bank statements, if he could send me a copy of them,
Okay,
okay?
that sounds good.
Do you have the number of that check that you sent to the Stony Creek Food Bank?
Just hold on. Luckily, I had this in a metal storage area, so it didn't get.
It didn't get doused?
Along with anything else. Check number 175.
175. Okay, good. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, that's all I want.
terrific. So next, we're meeting again next Wednesday at 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that work?
okay.
Is that a good
Good.
time for everybody?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll check with the 2 or 3 that aren't joining to see if there's a better time for them. If they have another suggestion, I'll put it up there and see if you guys are interested.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I should
Okay,
I should also be a Zoom Pro account holder by the time next week rolls around, so we won't get shut
Well-
off halfway through.
you could always get Nathan, co-op Nathan on to handle it.
No, it's more about paying for it so that it doesn't shut you out. And Nathan
What?
doesn't pay for anything.
Well,
He
typical
still
son.
has his first birthday dollar that he got when he was 2 years old. All right, you guys have a great week.
Okay,
Okay, I'm
Thank you.
signing off.
Have a
okay.
good one.
I know. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Leave the
Bye.
meeting.
Hey, Kevin.
End meeting is what you need.